A singular meeting. This is a true story registered by Brother X, the famous author of the book Good News. While in the spiritual realm, he encountered a young man who recently discarnated.
Welcome, dear brother. I know you are suffering in the valley of suicides, but we are here to help you. Tell us what you would like to say. When we share our feelings and thoughts, we may more easily find the help that we need.
You know, I was a victim of drinking in the world. It all started at a party. I remember, an innocent invitation, just a joke. A friend approached me with a bottle of alcohol. Then the friendly summons saying to me, "A drink, just a drink." But I refused it. I wasn't used to it. Around us the apparent joy of those who drink, just appearance. So you mock the sarcastic companion. So you're one of those, a pussy, a mama's boy. What are you doing in pants? I didn't know that accepting a challenge like that was dangerous for me. The others were drinking and laughing. I ended up joining in. I swallowed a mouthful of a drink, then another and another one. Then, a dizzy head and the gushing pleasure. The next day, the need for a drink. And from the drinks, I got into addicted drunkenness. I used to work well, but soon I began to deteriorate at the job. Mistakes, absences, drunkenness, hangovers. Once my daily chores were over, I used to leave home for the bar, and the situation was always shameful night after night. Friends carrying me back home, and at the door, the tired mother waiting for me. Constantly the same sweet voice insisting and blessing. "My son, don't drink anymore." My negative reaction never failed. I raged, threatened, squeezing her trembling arms. In the immediate morning, the remorse and promises of correction and readjustment. When night came, however, there were new episodes of drinking until the last drop and nonsense. On several occasions when I woke up, I would find broken plates and glasses and the strange information that I was the culprit. I had been in a dreadful hallucination, perpetrating madness and violence. I got upset, I regretted it, but the thirst for alcohol was always stronger. Unfortunate occurrences overlapped one another, until one day I woke up in jail. Oh, why? Why prison? I was horrified by the guard's answer. "You are a murderer." Me? A murderer? And he, "Yes, you drunkard, you killed." I sobbed, crushed with suffering. My chest seemed to burst and I screamed, my God, what will become of my mother?" Then came the terrible revelation. It was she herself who you destroyed. Your mother, your victim. I didn't believe it. I asked for proof. Taken to the residence in the custody of some soldiers, I could still see her corpse in the coffin. There were signs of strangulation in her throat. Around us, the witnesses. Those who had seen me up close with my fingers nailed into my mother's flesh in a moment of insanity. I knelt down and screamed in vain. Taken to jail, positively demented, I waited until night fell, and taking advantage of some strips of a blanket, I hung myself. Since then, I've been a rag that lives, a wound that thinks. If my sad story can be of benefit to someone, tell it to others, to those who find themselves on the earthly path, at the root of invigilance or despair.
Listening to this young man's account, I decided to write it down right here, the bitter episode that I have put together in this chronicle. I then leave the report in the very words of the unfortunate young man, so it can be reflected upon and studied by reincarnated friends who may read and listen to us. I hope it can be useful to all who feel tempted to drink and use drugs. May it prevent their certain downfall and future suffering.
This account is in the book Estante da Vida, Shelf of Life, Chapter 20. The author is Brother X, or Humberto de Campos, through the mediumship of Chico Xavier.